Hi, I'm Tim, and I've been an HVAC professional for over 25 years. I'm also a brand ambassador for Haven. In this video, I'm going to walk you through an introduction to the Haven Central Air Controller. We'll cover why you'd install a controller, how it works, and the benefits of automation, equipment compatibility, different install methods, power, placement, and wiring tips, and the software that you'll need for the install and beyond. So what is the controller? It is a wireless relay control device which can be retrofitted into most existing HVAC systems or bundled with new equipment installations. It has two dry contact relays and is compatible with most HVAC accessories or systems that use 24-volt strategies. It works alongside the Haven Central Air Monitor as the data from that device informs the controller's automations. If you aren't yet familiar with the monitor, head on over to the introduction video for that first. So why would you install a controller? Well, there are three typical scenarios. One, you've just installed a monitor, and now you're setting up a controller to activate airflow on a schedule to ensure that the monitor is able to get accurate indoor air quality readings. Two, you may already know that there's a problem and want to install a solution to manage filtration, ventilation, or humidity levels in the home. Or three, you've previously installed a monitor to gather some data before recommending the best fit solutions to your customer with the help of the Haven software and reporting tools in the Pro Portal. How does it work and what are the benefits of automations? The controller is like a smart switch that can turn all kinds of whole home equipment into responsive IEQ solutions. The smart part is that it's informed by readings inside or outside the home from the Haven Central Air Monitor or integrations for outdoor air quality and soon even other brands of IEQ monitors. Once configured, the controller currently has two primary functions. Demand control automations, for example, responding to and correcting indoor air events, and scheduling regular air circulation through the blower where the monitor is installed. This ensures that the monitor can sample the air regularly for accurate readings. If the fan is already set to continuous, there's no need for the controller to be hooked up to the air handler itself. We're already maximizing the data Haven can capture, and in some cases, the power behind the filtration solution. It's important to understand what the goals are for the home, the climate zone, the status of the HVAC system, and so on. What are the homeowner's air quality concerns? Do they suffer from allergies or other chronic health conditions like asthma? The whole Haven system is broken down into three main pillars of IEQ: filtration, ventilation, and humidity control. When you're talking to your customer about their needs, these three topics can help you to pinpoint the best solution to the specific problem that they're facing. The equipment that the controller can be wired up to includes air handlers, mechanical ventilation equipment like ERVs, HRVs, ventilating dehumidifiers, and dampers for outdoor intakes, as well as dehumidifiers and humidifiers. As for what it can't be connected to, the controller is not directly compatible with communicating systems, but it can still be used to control independent auxiliary equipment like ventilation fans or humidifiers that aren't connected to the communicating system in the home. There are two approaches for installing a controller within the Haven IEQ app. Let's cover the custom one first. For a simple setup linking IEQ parameters one-to-one with equipment automations, click the Connect a Device option in the app. Here's a couple of examples for how you'd use it. When high levels of PM 2.5 are detected, turn on the air handler until PM 2.5 levels are back within the good range. When indoor humidity exceeds the set point, turn on the dehumidifier until indoor humidity is back under the set point. You can connect two pieces of equipment per controller using this method. Multiple controllers can be associated with each Haven monitor, so you can add enough relays to make each home's HVAC system a well-oiled IEQ automated machine. The alternative method is via the automation templates. These include a step-by-step process for connecting multiple pieces of equipment, which you can configure to solve different problems. They streamline the setup for you and provide parameter defaults which have been established with building science experts in different climate zones. For example, if you are looking to solve for filtration, ventilation, and humidity issues in one setup, you could select a template to connect two controllers to an air handler fan outdoor damper, ventilating dehumidifier fan, and ventilating dehu compressor. These are built-in triggers for PM 2.5, total VOCs, and dew point, which would control the equipment at different times. Here are a few trigger examples. Number 1, when high levels of indoor TVOCs are detected, Haven would open the outside damper and turn on the ventilating dehu fan and turn on the air handler fan until indoor TVOC levels are back within the good range, or until outdoor air quality becomes worse than indoor. When indoor dew point exceeds the set point, Haven would turn on the ventilating dehumidifier compressor and the air handler fan until the bottom edge of the dew point deadband is reached. Now let's talk about power. The controller is a low-powered product using only 10 watts during startup and a few watts during operation. Please note that the Haven controller is only designed to switch loads under 30 volts with 2 amps max current draw. Do not attempt to use the dry contact outputs to switch 120 volt loads or anything drawing more than 2 amps. Doing so could cause damage to both the controller and the HVAC equipment. If you would like to switch more than 30 volts at 2 amps, you can implement a pilot relay circuit at your own discretion. The leftmost terminals on the controller are for power. Connect to the RNC terminals from the air handler control board or other transformer that you want to use, as long as it's between 9 and 30 volts AC or DC. Now we'll run through some information on duct placement. This is a really important consideration when installing the Haven controller. The controller and the monitor communicate with each other through the cloud, which means that they need to be installed within range of the home's Wi-Fi access point, but they don't need to be near each other. As you well know, HVAC equipment is often in a location that can have a poor Wi-Fi signal, but if you follow these general guidelines, you'll often get reliable connectivity. The first step is to determine where the Wi-Fi access point is in the home, and place the controller on a metal surface, ideally with no obstructions, facing the access point. This allows a clear path for the controller and the Wi-Fi access point to communicate. Here I'm showing a few options for controller placement in the furnace room in my home. In this house, I know that the access point is approximately over there, so that I can put the controller in really any of these locations. Finally, we don't want to install the controller anywhere that it can be easily bumped, or anywhere with a direct obstruction that would block the Wi-Fi signal. Either way, installing a new filter at the same time as the Haven device is recommended, so that the lifetime prediction feature has a baseline starting point. Just be sure to install the filter in a way that does not increase the static pressure on the air handler. If you're installing the controller in the same visit as the monitor, make sure to install the monitor first. When the time comes, you'll need to be logged into the Haven IEQ app with your Pro account. If your company has created a service company profile already, ask the admin on the account to send you an invitation to join the company. This ensures that any installs that you do will be visible under the same service company profile in the Haven Pro portal. After an installation, you'll use the Haven Pro portal on a desktop or tablet to see how the automations are working to improve your customers' air quality. This is where you'll be able to remotely edit automation settings, export reports to share with your customers, and manage your service company team. Thanks for watching. By now, you should know how to use the Haven controller alongside the monitor to achieve active air management for your customers' homes. If you're ready to install a Haven device, select the next video now. There are 2 approaches for installing a controller within the Haven IEQ app. Let's cover the custom one first. I should have my phone with me. Let's try that again. Getting hot up here, Christina.